Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes. How you
How
doing?
are you? I'm okay. How are you?
Fine. Turn up the volume a little bit.
I'm so close. I have a party tomorrow and I want to gift. This is the second sock.
That is so cute. Does the yarn
So,
scrape on its own?
yes.
Yeah,
Yep.
really nice.
So I'm hoping.
You can
I
do
went
it.
I went 22 rows wrong yesterday. I forgot to do the heel cup. I'm like, are
Oh,
you kidding me? So I
oh.
had to take that back. So, yeah, and then I just got word that one of the boys is sick, so we'll see how that goes.
Oh, okay.
We don't have them come usually because of Ron, so we don't want
Right.
to. Well, nobody needs to be sick if you know
No,
you're sick, right?
right, exactly.
So we'll have to see. We may have a smaller group tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, here comes somebody.
Diane.
Maybe.
Hey, Diane.
Hi there. How you doing?
Good,
Oh,
you?
I can't
Good.
see her.
You
No?
can't.
There she is. I found you.
So, Charlene, another lovely day rather, excuse me.
Another sunny day.
I'm
Meanwhile, in Michigan, do you know what was going on in Michigan yesterday?
Not
Oh,
nice.
not nice.
Not nice at all.
It was even icer on the grass. I thought,
Oh,
oh, I'll just take myself to the trail. I'll get on the grass. Slip, slip, slip.
not good.
I didn't even go outside because if I
Yeah,
fall, something's probably breaking. So,
right. Exactly. Not worth it.
nope. Jean looks like she's coming.
Yep.
Mandy and I were like, oh, yeah, another sunny day. And then I was like, oh, I miss the seasons. Because that's what everybody says. If I move to Florida, then I miss the seasons. I'm like, yeah, bullshit.
It's crumb.
Not so much.
No, not
Oh,
when I,
we can see some gnomes there.
yeah, it's gnomes checking in, not Jean.
Yep. There she is.
We thought we were just going to be knitting with the gnomes. Oh,
Are you
nice
guys
weather.
uniced? Are you guys uniced over there or is it still icy?
At my house,
Yeah.
the lake is still has ice on it.
Well, how
Did
about the driveway?
you right? My
Did you get a
driveway
nice,
is good. There's
did you
Okay.
get
still
it?
a few patchy spots, but not bad. How about you?
The roads look good. I have not been outside since like a couple days.
Oh,
I wasn't
that's
going
what
out in that mess. My
so
husband went out and I said, put those cleats on. Oh, goodness.
big. Oh, it was last week Sunday. There was 6 inches of ice on the lake,
Yeah.
and
Wow.
there were ice boats. My one of my sons went out and measured the ice, and then he skated across the lake and back.
Oh,
So that was
wow.
pretty. That was pretty cool. But yeah,
Yeah.
since then it's been kind of weird.
So with the wind, does that reduce the ice?
Um, Probably. It's not. Is it windy right now? I don't hear it.
No, but it is going to be on Sunday.
Yeah, that's crazy, isn't it? Like going to be
Yeah.
50 and then drop to the low 20s or some crazy thing.
Yep.
Oh,
There was accidents on the Zilwaukee Bridge. They had that closed. There was accidents on the Mackinac Bridge. They had 75 closed. It's like, oh my God.
wow. I
They
saw
had,
I
there was
saw it was
semis.
Milwaukee.
Yeah, there was semis tipped over around here. It's like, oh my gosh.
No, I don't think that wind got us. But yikes.
I think it was more ice, but it was ridiculous here.
Ugh.
The dog was slipping.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
baby.
You know, she went running out to go to the bathroom and she slowed right down and she's slipping around. She didn't fall. Of course, she wouldn't have very far to fall, right?
Right.
Oh my gosh.
Goodness. How's the dog sitting gig going?
Fabulous.
Sweet.
Yeah. Another sunny day here.
So
Oh,
I started Delta number 5.
Ooh,
Wow.
that blue and gray.
Yep, navy and gray. Yep.
I
I'm gonna
really like
continue.
that.
Nice, nice.
I really like the navy and gray.
I didn't start it last Saturday. I thought I was going to finish the other one by then, but I didn't. But I finally got it done.
Did you look at it? It looked like you looked.
Yeah, it's not blocked or anything because I got to get the buttons.
That one's pink and purple, right?
Yeah, it's kind of salmon-y.
Okay.
Not really pink, but kind of.
Okay. Very pretty.
Yeah. So now I got 2 of them that I got to get buttons for and get blocked.
Are there button places down there?
I haven't really looked, but we did find that there's a yarn shop around here that we might go to tomorrow.
Uh-oh.
It's called Sheep Thrills.
Oh.
And online it looks huge.
Cheap
Really
thrills, is that what you said?
Sheep Thrills, yep.
Deep.
Sheep. So it looks really big. If anybody wants to go online and look there, if they need me to pick anything up, just let me know.
Sweet.
Our own person looking out for me again.
Personal shopper.
That's right. They got really weird hours. They're open on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Tuesday.
Well then.
Neat.
So they're closed Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
Hmm.
Is that area a lot of retired folks or no?
No, not around here.
Okay.
Are
Maybe
you
they're more in northern Florida.
Oh, probably all over. And I'm sure there's plenty of retired people here, but that's not the average person that we see around here.
are
Okay.
you right in Miami?
Yeah, South Miami.
Okay.
I've always thought of Miami as a big party place. Is that true?
I don't know. Not that we've noticed around here.
Okay.
It's a lot of traffic, especially during the week. There's not as much traffic today. There's a lot of people. When we take the dog out, there's a lot of other people walking dogs. There's just it
Okay.
seems like so many more dogs than there are at home, but I think it's just because there's so many more people here.
Yeah.
There's a lot
Well, it's nice to walk your dog, you know.
yeah, exactly. You don't mind because it's nice out.
Right.
There's a lot of condo buildings and apartment buildings and so this is our last meeting for this code. So I got to do a new setup thing for next year.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
I can't believe how fast time's going.
I can't either.
I swear, the older you get, the faster time clicks by.
It's
Isn't
true,
it?
just like they said.
Yep.
Jean, what's that sweater you're wearing?
I don't remember. The one we made last year with the
With the
pockets.
pockets? Okay, yeah, I remember it. It's kind of longer.
The same designer that did the green tea.
Yeah, yeah, very nice. And what are you knitting on? Oh, nice.
Shoot, I just started a row.
Pretty colors. Very pretty.
Is it pink and cream?
Right.
Yes. That's the 6 rows of the light color and 4 rows of the pink.
Very
Lovely.
Very
Lovely.
nice.
So yeah, I like it, and hopefully that'll give me enough pink that I won't have to play yarn chicken.
Right, yeah. What's everybody else? I know what Mary's working on. Diane, what are you working on?
just my,
Oh, the Sophie.
yep.
Very nice.
Nice.
That's pretty.
I was looking for something and I thought, oh, I have this yarn
Perfect.
and I need a scarf to go with the jacket, or it's like a coat actually. And so that's what I'm doing. I made it wider a little bit.
Okay,
I'm playing.
very good.
Facebook shows so many people knitting it now. There is one person that made it so long. She likes leaking it. Oh, 6 to 7 feet long.
67 feet?
Yeah. I'm like, oh my golly.
What would you do with it? String it around the house?
Maybe.
Wait, how many feet did she make it?
6
6
to
to
7.
7. Yeah. 6 to 7 feet.
Oh, 627. Okay.
627. Oh, I thought you said 67.
Oh my golly, no, no.
That would be a knit along.
Yeah, all year. Well, there's still a little bit of ice coating on the trees here. Not much.
Oh,
Just a little. You can see a drip, drips and you can see just a thin layer. Nothing came down though.
That's
that's
good.
good.
And we didn't lose power. Yay, I was kind of thinking we might lose power. I washed up clothes and stuff ahead of time. Boy.
Nope, I think that storm missed us. Not complaining.
You didn't get ice?
No.
Oh, it was terrible here.
No. Everybody had a good Christmas?
Yes.
That was 3 days ago, right?
Something like that.
What's today?
3 days, kind of.
Days ago. Yeah. We celebrated on the 24th because the daughter was working on the 25th. But we stayed overnight there just because I didn't feel like driving home in the dark.
Oh, I don't blame you.
And this was interesting. I always think we do most of the cooking usually. And usually almost all the cooking, even if we have it at someone else's house, which is hard, really hard. And this time when I contacted her, I said, well, what do you want to do for food? Well, we want to have this Indian dish and that Indian dish, and then you guys bring something for you. I said, well, I was thinking of a ham. So we brought like a half a ham. and some potatoes, and I brought we had 2 or 3 desserts. They made some traditional chicken stew that Indians like to make for Christmas, and it was very spicy. And then they had this, I don't know what it's called, but it's like a real thin crepey sort of thing, which was sweet. And I did have one of those. But we only cooked a ham and potatoes. That's all we cooked while we were there. And
Nice.
they cooked stuff, I think, either the morning of or the night before. So they didn't really have a lot of cooking they had to do right then. So it was easier for
Yeah,
me.
more
right?
more enjoyable.
Yeah. Yep. Well, and Ron and I were really tired. We just got home from Iowa, and we're still, kind of recuperating. And
Yeah.
then one of his cousins were there from Cleveland. And so it was interesting because there were more, let's see, were there more Indians there? 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3. Nope, it was about even. There was 5 of us and 4 of them. But all but Ron and I ate the Indian food. My son and his person, they like Indian food. And Megan likes Indian food. So, but I can't eat it. It would burn a hole in my stomach. Sometimes I can't even stand the smell. It's so strong. But this one wasn't strong. But so yeah. And some of them ate ham and Indian food. It was interesting, But this particular dish, one of the dishes they made, they all have, that's their Christmas dinner. Like kind of like we often have ham. They often have this, it was a chicken stew sort of thing. And there was another beef dish. And they usually use lamb over there, but of course you can't get lamb that easy here. So he found a cut of meat that worked pretty well, but he's real particular.
I thought they didn't eat beef.
Well, some of them do. It was lamb there. It would be lamb. But he couldn't get lamb here, so he got beef. But he's not Hindu, he's Christian. So anyway, it was enjoyable.
Nice.
I did knitting for quite a few of them, and there was a little boy, I think he's 8, and he was just a card. So funny. He's really into Rubik's Cubes. And my daughter got him like every kind of Rubik's Cube there is. There's like a pyramid one. There's different numbers like 2 and 4 and 5. And I think there might have been a 6. And she wrapped them all up inside bigger boxes. And oh my gosh, he was so funny.
That's cool.
I love it.
Oh gosh. And then the cousin that came, she's a dentist. And her husband died 7 years, let's see, 2019. How many years ago would that be? That's quite a few. 5, 6 years ago.
Yeah.
So, she's still kind of, they have an 8-year-old and a 16-year-old now.
Wow.
The little boy was only 3. So she's still, we talked about how she had to step up and, because when she came here, get this one, it was an arranged marriage. She knew him for less than 30 minutes.
Okay.
She said it wasn't, she kind of rolled her eyes like it wasn't long enough. But I mean, in India, your parents pick out people for you to marry, and they look for similar education values, similar socioeconomic families, same religion, all of those kinds of things. So they look like for compatibility. And so she just did what her parents expected. She was a dentist when she came, but when she got here, she couldn't practice here because you have to have I can't remember, either 2 or 3 years of school or an internship. And they didn't really have the money to put her in school. And they had one baby at that point. So she said, I was, and we only had one car. I was just kind of stuck at home. Well, she wasn't used to that. She was used to being independent. So, you know, her husband died how many years later? Let me think. Baby's 16 now. So 11, maybe 8 or 9 years later.
Wow.
And now everything's on her, right? I mean, he was a pediatric endocrinologist. So he was considered, what did they say? Oops, sorry about that. He was considered high value or something. And so his green card was escalated, but she was only on a spousal situation. So she had to figure all of that out, right? And she said they found a place for her to do internship, and she just finished it, and she had been working maybe a week or two when he died.
Where do they live now?
Cleveland.
Okay.
So yeah, that was she was just talking about, even like the driving, she had to get herself used to being the driver all the time and things like that. She didn't do the money. She had to figure out all the money. She's not stupid, but she didn't know for sure if they could stay in the country or if they were going to have to go back. She has a sister and a mom in India, so there would be a place for her, She has family, let's see, somebody in New York and somebody in Novi, I think. So she has a few relatives, but nobody in Cleveland, just people she'd gotten to know because they lived there for a little while, but they'd also lived in California for a little while he was doing some stuff for his oncology stuff. So yeah, she was just kind of talking about, the change. I didn't realize some of this, So yeah, she had to she stepped up and, she's doing a fabulous job with her kids. She works I think it's 3 10-hour days, and she's home the rest of the time. She said, I wanted to work only enough to get benefits. And then the rest of the time I wanted to spend with my kids. So she's able to do that, which is awesome. She says, what do I need more money for? A fancier car? I don't need a fancier car. Fancier house? I don't need a fancier house.
Wow.
So yeah, really nice people. Very nice people.
Well, back to you. You were talking about the wrapping of the Rubik's Cube. Made me think of these to show you guys. My sister does this every year for her grandkids. Each white box is a little present.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
So cute.
Cute.
Oh, cute.
So cute. So each kid gets a snowman, right?
Each kid gets a snowman. Yep.
Oh, so cute.
She had them done a little early this year, and the kids were going crazy. They were like, I want to open them. I want to open them. He's like, we got to enjoy them a little bit longer underneath the tree.
Yeah. Well, we have our last party tomorrow. So it sounds like maybe one of them's sick. So it sounds like they're not coming, but I haven't heard anything else. Everybody's burning the candle at every end this time of year.
Boy,
Yeah.
that's for sure.
Yeah. Well, my niece graduated last weekend. Yeah, last weekend from Penn State, and they drove from Michigan to Penn State on a Saturday night for her to graduate on a Sunday morning. And I don't know what time they got back Sunday night because they all had to work on Monday.
Wow.
Yeah, it's my sister. They do crazy stuff like that, but they my niece has an electric car, and that's great, except when it's cold, they don't go as far in between charges. And so they had to stop several times to charge their car.
Interesting.
You have to look and see, and they're driving in the night, right? You have to look and see where the charging stations are, and, so I don't think that'd be for me.
No. And then you have to stop. How long does it take to charge it?
I don't know.
Depends on
Some
how
charges
low it
are
is.
faster. How long does yours take?
It just depends on how low you let it go.
Sure, for sure.
It's perfect for us because I don't like to just drive and drive and drive. I'm dying to get up and walk around, so we just stop
But
every
you
so
don't go
often.
any place last minute either, do you?
What's that?
They were hurrying to get there so she could walk on Sunday morning. They went on Saturday night. They probably got there at midnight.
Yeah. But as far as finding the charging thing, that's really simple. It's right, I mean, it tells you right on the car if it's a Tesla.
I don't think it's not a Tesla. It's an Equinox.
Oh, okay.
But I think there's like apps or something, and you can
Yeah.
find them pretty easily.
Yes, absolutely.
But I know we put in a charging station here because our son has a car, and that's our niece. She has, so there's two already. And so but our charging station is not quick here. I don't know if it costs a lot more to put in a quicker charger or.
Well, my car, I can actually just plug it into a regular plug and it's really slow, but it does charge.
Oh, wow.
We put in a charger, a Tesla charger, but it's not a supercharger. If you go to a Tesla supercharger, they're quicker.
Yeah.
Like how quick?
It just depends on how low it is.
But like if you were out driving and it was down to like, almost empty.
That's a bad thing to do, but yeah, then it's going to take a while.
Yeah.
Like it might take an hour if you got
Oh,
it,
okay.
if you got it that low.
Huh.
Well, if I were going to buy one, and I'm not sure that I would or not, but I would buy one that has gas too. For us being
Okay,
on the way to the hospital or something, I can't deal with that.
I'm going to tell you what our experience is. For Randy has the Maverick hybrid. So
Okay.
it has the battery and it has the engine gas. So it runs on both, but you don't
Yep.
plug it in. It just the battery charges when you're running it.
Oh,
And I
okay.
can tell you that never again in our entire life will we ever buy something like that because the goal with having the Tesla, the electric car, you don't have the engine, you don't have the oil, you don't have transmission
Oh,
fluid, you have none of that. So
okay.
that's awesome.
Cheaper.
That's why we wanted it because we're not mechanical and I just don't want to have to worry about all that stuff all the time. And we
Right.
don't drive very far and it's perfect for us. But
Gotcha.
he puts a lot of miles on his truck because he drives, delivers for Spark and stuff. So he just had to buy a brand new battery, the expensive $4,000 battery for his truck.
$4,000?
$4,000 for that electric battery. So but
Oh,
he
man.
doesn't have to worry about that, but he's got to worry about the engine too. So it's not
Yeah.
even like it's, with the Tesla, it's just the battery. But with
Right.
his truck, it's both things.
Gotcha.
No way. We
Yep.
would never do that again. I mean, he does get a little bit better gas mileage, which is why he did it, but
Yeah.
not worth it. Won't do it again.
Hmm. I don't know. Food for thought, huh? So that one you don't plug in.
No, hybrid, Randy's Maverick, you don't plug in.
Huh. I didn't know such a thing existed. Hmm. Very interesting.
Yeah,
The future of our transportation.
right.
Anyway, it was kind of fun to watch Dr. Autumn walk across the stage, get her
Oh,
hood put on. And so I
yeah.
have two nieces that have doctorates. It's pretty cool.
Oh,
That's wonderful,
Yeah. Not dummies, that's for sure.
for sure.
And I don't think she owes any money on it.
You read my mind. I was just sitting here wondering.
How much? Yeah, the second one that's in optometry, she owes a lot. Like I wouldn't be surprised if she owes 100 grand. She owes a real lot. And she keeps trying to take that test, and there's 3 tests. She's passed all but one section of one of them. And at one point they told her she passed, and then they changed their mind and rescinded it and graded on a curve. And I'm like, either you're competent or you're not. I don't understand. So they took it back. So she can't actually practice as a doctor. She has a job as a tech, and the doctor that she works with, can let her do stuff and oversee it. But she's still getting tech pay, right?
Wow.
Yeah. So she just got to pass this last little part. And then I think they'll hire her as a doctor. I think that's why she's working for this company. But the bad part is, so every year, Christmas time, it's the end of the year. So that company makes them all work. Like she has to work between Christmas and New Year's every day except Sunday, because they want to get as many people using their insurance benefit as they can before the end of the year. And she can't take days off. So that's why she has Christmas Day, but I don't think she has Christmas Eve. And she lives like in the Toledo area. So it's not like she can pop in very easy. She can, but it's hard, you know. So that's why we're having the party tomorrow for that side of the family, just because there's just not a lot of time that she's available.
Wow.
And she has to get back to the Toledo area tomorrow night. So I thought we'd have it a little bit earlier, but then some of them are going to church and they don't get out. So it's like, okay. So I said 12:30. And then one of them's working at Myers, and I don't think he'll be here at that time, but there might be a couple hours we're all here together. Except that now we got one sick, so I don't think we're all going to be here. What do? It's just how it is.
Right.
My goal is to get my sister and all of our kids together twice a year. And it's hard. So you do what you can.
Yep, everybody's got crazy schedules.
Yeah. Yep. And, one lives in Holland. And then the one that's in Toledo lives in Holland, Ohio. That's so funny. And then one's in Davison, which is about a half an hour from here. And then one's a half an hour from here, but not in Davison. So and then my daughter is, of course, in Ann Arbor, and our son is in Jackson. So it's about half and half, whether we have it at my daughter's house or here, about who's coming, how far. But I decided that since I'm kind of putting it on and we're exhausted, we didn't want to travel. And my sister's just as well satisfied because they're exhausted too. So the younger ones are traveling.
Perfect.
Yep. We'll cook and they can travel. So, yeah. We lost Diane.
She went to ask her husband where her coffee is.
Oh, he didn't bring it.
I don't know.
Oh, that's funny.
Wonder where Carolyn is.
I don't know, but they're getting some more weather.
Oh boy.
Oh, is she up north? Is she up north?
Up
I
north
think
again.
I think she was up north for Christmas, so she's probably still there. They're
Yeah.
getting weather on Sunday night, like a lot of snow, I think. It's been a weather a year.
Nope. Oh, the camera's looking for her.
Yeah, really.
That's funny. Oh,
It
there
is.
she
I love it.
There you are. Did you get your coffee?
Yeah.
I'll be right.
Mary said, "What happened to Diane?" I said, "Oh, she probably went to ask her husband where her coffee is." Cute mug.
Yeah. My Christmas one.
Aw.
We were going to have a fire and hot chocolate tomorrow. It's going to be 50 degrees. I don't know. I guess people probably still want that, but it's like, oh, okay. Oh, it'll make the 2 electric cars run better.
There you go. There's a lot of Teslas down here.
Yeah.
Wow. We also saw a little taxi car driving around that had nobody in it. There was nobody driving.
That's a little scary.
It had all the cameras on the top and the side and everything. It was right in a major traffic area. It was crazy.
Oh, wow. I thought they took the driverless cars off the road for a little bit.
Not that I know of.
Huh. Maybe just a certain brand.
Yeah.
I think I can get this done. I have 78 rows for the foot, and I'm on 39.
Oh, yeah.
I think so. Then I just have, like the ends to weave in for these 2 socks and one other sock.
Is it using the mohair?
This one is not, no.
Oh, pretty. I like that.
Nice.
This is the Spun had a U of M skein, so it stripes like that. And I got a U of M guy, so. You know what's funny is, so we're down there, and I grabbed my daughter real quick, and I said, "Do you think he'll know if I'm knitting on his sock while I'm here?" She said, "He'll never notice." So I knitted on it while I was down there. Oh gosh. He left the room, and I grabbed his cousin and I said, "This is going to be for him." And she laughed. She said, "He hasn't noticed." They watched our dog while we were in Iowa. So I found this, I think it was at Aldi. It was a sock advent. And I think I can't remember if it was 12 or 24 pairs of shorty socks. And they're all Christmas themed, right? They have had the best time with that. And both of them are wearing them. Because his feet are not that much bigger than hers. So when we got there, they're both wearing socks out of that advent set.
Oh,
Oh, goodness. I think they really enjoyed that.
that's cool.
Yeah. He likes crazy socks. Here's an engineer, all this education. I think he's got at least a master's, if not more, in engineering, but he loves crazy socks. Marvel and whatever.
Uh-huh.
And he loves the 1898 hat.
I'm loving this Emma's yarn with the silk in it.
Oh, you
Yeah,
got the silky.
Yeah, I like it. It's really nice.
I want to get some Emma's yarn to do some socks in. Can you do it with the silk yarn?
Sure.
Is there
Is
nylon in that, in the silky yarn?
I don't know if there's nylon, but silk is like a more durable fiber.
Oh, true that.
Yeah. Yeah, no, there's no nylon in it.
But you think that would be durable enough?
I think so with 20% silk.
Okay.
I mean,
Have to try it.
it's better than just 100% superwash, I guess.
Right. I don't want to do that.
But you could save the silk, get the silk one for a delta for yourself.
Yeah, I could. My friend and I are taking a trip to Spun. She needs something from there. And she asked me to do New Year's Eve day. She said, they're open till 3 and we can have lunch. I said, that sounds fantastic. I'm in.
Nice.
Yeah. Provided the weather lets us, right?
Yeah.
Neither one of us wants to go if it's nasty, but
Not worth it.
nope, not worth it.
Almost. If there's anything that's worth it, it'd be yarn, but
Right, but yeah, not putting your life on the line for it. I think they have a bunch of Emmas right now. They got a trunk show or something, I think. So I thought, well, I'll at least get a skein for a pair of socks.
Charlene, when on your delta, are you doing the increases on the side
yes, every 12th row.
every 12? Okay.
Yeah. Matter of fact, when we just first sat down, we first started knitting the very first row, I had to do the increase and I forgot and I got almost to the end. I had to rip it back.
Oh,
Did you go back?
Yeah, I went back. It wasn't that bad. I could have just done the increase the next row, but I'm like, no, it's supposed to be right now. You go back.
Well, if you know right then, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It just depends. Sometimes I would do it on the next row, and other times I would, oh, well, I think I'm going to do that right.
Yep. Is that what part you're on, Jean?
I'm sorry.
Are you increasing yours?
Yep, I think every 20 rows, just
Oh,
because
20.
that's the way my stripes work out. It's like
Okay.
every other repeat.
Okay.
Yeah, because her data was like, I don't want it too much bigger, but anyway.
How do you figure that out?
She tells you in the pattern.
Oh, okay.
She tells
I
you
haven't.
the percentage.
Oh, okay.
And I just chose the every 12th row. But Jean's changing her stripe, so that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
Makes it easier to remember. I still have 4 more of the yarn all balled up, ready to go.
Wow.
Crazy. And I know I have more at home.
It's like an addiction, huh?
Uh-huh.
There's a lot worse things you could be addicted to, that's for sure.
Right.
Do you have enough to get you through your Florida stay there?
Oh yeah, plenty.
When do you go back? When's the end of your stay in Florida?
We don't know yet. For here, it's like
Yeah.
the 9th or 10th.
Okay.
But
That's
then we're not going home then. No way. It's too cold.
Sure, rub
Do you
it
know
in.
where you're going?
What's that?
Do you know where you're going next?
Probably back to my mom's. And
There's
then,
room there for you to stay for a while.
yeah. And then my friend Donna comes to Florida. I don't know, like the 5th of January or 8th or something like that. She told us we could come stay with her. And then my sister up near Pensacola, she's like, "You're coming here." So
Nice.
Sounds
yeah,
like you got lots of options.
we got some options.
Is Pensacola, is that up in the Panhandle?
Yes.
Okay.
So it won't be as warm there, but better than Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
These people asked us if we want to come back and do another sit, but it was just for a few days. And I'm like, no, because we'd be leaving, going at least 4 hours and then have to drive back 4 hours. So
Worth it, yeah.
no.
Do you talk to them much?
Oh yeah,
Send them pictures and stuff of the doggo?
absolutely. Yep. Videos, pictures.
Dog seems content.
Yeah. Yeah, he's really mellow, really, really good dog. He's laying down here by my feet again.
Aw.
Eating and everything like that.
Yep.
So we've had trouble with this one not eating sometimes for a little bit. And so we always leave eggs, so because she'll eat eggs.
Yeah, they told me where the rice was, so I've been fixing him a little bit of rice to mix in with his food.
Right. So this last time, Megan said, "Oh my gosh, she ate like a horse." I can't believe how much that little dog ate, she says.
Aw.
But she's been with, we've stayed there lots of times. So she's more familiar with, with them.
Right. Yeah, that helps.
And this time Megan's husband had some sort of an allergy and his whole face was swollen. And I mean, he couldn't see to drive or anything because his eyes were swollen, his face was swollen. So he was home. So he spent a week with the dog.
Wow.
So they took him to the doctor and they put him on steroids and they used some kind of cream on his face and they didn't tell him that initially when you start this cream, it burns really bad. So they didn't tell him that. So Megan puts it on him and in the night, all of a sudden his face is burning and they're thinking they're going to have to go into ER. It's like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, that would have been nice if they told him.
Yeah, that little bit of information was a little bit important, So I guess she's looking up on her, they look up on Google and that's when they found out that that's a side effect or yeah. It's like, oh my goodness. But he looked much better when we got back.
What was he allergic to?
They don't know yet. He's going to an allergist here, shortly in the new year. They can't figure it out. They've gone through, how you do, did you change your shampoo, your body soap, your hair, your laundry soap? What if you change, you go through all that stuff and nobody can come up with anything that's different. And when he went to India, he was having some problems too. So they don't know. So he's going to go to an allergist and I think he's following up with the ophthalmologist and yeah. The general doctor, and yeah, he's having a time. He's like, I can't stay on steroids. I said, no, that's not wise. It got the swelling down and that for, temporarily. But you got to figure out what's causing it. You can't just treat the symptoms,
Right.
So anyway, he's feeling a lot better right now, but I don't know if he's still on the steroids or if he's just finishing them or what. But like I said, they got him into an allergist here shortly, so see if they can figure it out. Probably do the pick testing or whatever they do. I told her if they're unhappy with their allergist, I have a great allergist that I love, but he's in Flint. That's a ways for them to come. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Has anyone heard from Carolyn?
Nope. Not since Christmas.
I'm pretty sure she's in Traverse City.
Yeah, last I heard she was. She sent that picture of her son-in-law wearing that one slipper.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. With a promise by New Year's, I think it was.
Yeah.
Anybody seen that movie? I think it's called David or something.
No. Mm-mm.
I want to go see that.
What is it?
It's an animated story. I think it's based on the Bible, but it's animated. I don't know much about it. I love animated stuff because I like to see how they've done it,
Okay.
I'm always trying to figure it out. Of course, now it's all electronic probably, but like they used to do clay and all that. It's fun.
Right. Back in the old Wallace and Gromit days.
Yeah. I just like to look at and see, like figure out how they did it. And well, I got a new bird feeder right outside my window. He put it up yesterday, but the birds haven't found it yet. So,
They will.
yep, they will. I can see it from here, and I can also see it from the spot on the couch where I usually knit. So,
Oh, that's cool.
yeah, it's a really high stake he put up out there. He was going to go out and put it up. I said, you have to wear your traction shoes out there.
Yeah.
He says to me, oh, the driveway's just wet. I said, I don't think so. I think it's icy. And he comes back in, he said, the driveway's icy. Yeah. It was water on top and ice underneath.
Oh, no. Not
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, not good. Mary can't even get on that kind of stuff. I fall. So just stay in. I got my car's in the garage, so I can just go right and it's connected to the house.
That's good.
Yeah. I didn't even go outside. Now my road looks dry. I think I can see white salt, but people seem to be going the normal speed by. I know, not like just north of me, not even a mile. Yesterday, they had a box truck tipped over.
Wow.
Lots of ice here. Our little pup hasn't been feeling good. She's been having some diarrhea. So the night we spent at the daughter's, every time her feet hit the floor, my feet hit the floor. I was up with her 6 times in less than, I wasn't even upstairs for 6 hours sleeping. And I
Oh,
was up
dear.
with her 6 times. So you can tell there wasn't a lot of sleeping there.
Yeah.
My husband didn't feel that good. So I did that. He took care of her during the day. And she had not been feeling good. I think she's starting to feel better, but she's still, we were talking about getting her some cottage cheese or something. We fed her rice and
Pumpkin.
well, I read about pumpkin and I thought it was for constipation, but I think it's for either.
Yeah.
But I did have some pumpkin here, but he decided to wait on that and see. And then we gave her some Pepto-Bismol, but she threw it up. So
Aw.
didn't stay in. We just gave her a little bit. I don't remember how much. We were looking on a thing for dosage. She's only 8 or 9 pounds. So if I get out, I will get some kaopectate. Put that in. What were we going to put it in? I think we're going to put it in rice, maybe. Or cottage cheese. Small curd cottage cheese is really good too. And we don't eat that, so I don't keep it around the house, right? So anyway, next time we get out, I'm probably going to get some of that and just see how she's doing. I think she was running a fever the one day, but she's not hot the last couple days. So that made we sleep upstairs at Megan. So it was up and down the stairs all night long. Oh, well, do what you got to do, right?
Got your
Right.
steps in.
That's what
Right.
I was
Yeah,
thinking.
oh, I did. I did. And I got a toe that doesn't bend, so I don't like to do steps anyway. So
Oh, dear.
it was, yeah, I hang onto the railing. So up and down the steps, up and down the steps. So needless to say, I'm still kind of tired from that.
Yeah.
She was only up last night, let me think, maybe once. But I don't have to go up and down the steps here. And during the day, we have a doggy door we leave open for her to get in and out.
That's nice.
Yes, it's very nice. And she loves it. But she hasn't been, I took her out early this morning. I don't think she's been out since. So she's definitely feeling better. Poor little thing. She's due for some shots. And I said, well, we'll get them after the first of the year when, if they bother her, there's doctors available. Well, now I'm not sure that I want to get them right quick. Like I want to make sure she's not feeling bad first.
Yeah.
So yeah, I have to wait on that a little bit, I think. It's not rabies, it's some other ones. I can't remember. I think she was due like 3rd week of December or something. And we were just getting back from Iowa. And I'm like, I just don't want to do it right now because it's right by Christmas and it's just a lot. And then our normal vet, I don't know what's happened, but he's not been there. There's kind of rumors around town that he had a heart attack or something. He is an older man. So I really don't know what's happened. They can still do like shots and stuff, but he's done surgeries and stuff for us on our animals when they've been sick. And I feel like I don't have anybody that I trust that I know, right, to take care of her. So that's hard.
Very. I remember we were really particular when we had to have this certain vet. And
Yeah.
she was farther away. I was like, I don't care. We're driving there.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm trying to remember when Megan's dog, 2 years ago, Megan's dog had cancer. And it started with coughing. We were there on December, I think it was the 30th. And the dog was coughing, but he was running up and downstairs playing with Daisy. And so he didn't feel bad. He's just coughing. And I said, what's the deal with the coughing? Well, it sounded like he had a fur ball or something. And he wasn't coughing continuously. So then on the 1st, January 1st, he started vomiting blood. So I think they took him, I want to say somewhere in Detroit. Because he's a service dog, right? You know? And I can't remember when they found out he had cancer, but he died by the 11th of January.
Wow.
Yeah, really quick. Both of them took time off work to spend with him. And I think he died in their bed with Megan right next to him. So they have struggled with that. Oh my goodness. They came up here and they made this, the three of them, my husband and the two of them, made this huge shadow box. I'm talking like 3 or 4 foot square. And it's lighted on the inside, and it has his favorite toy. It has his vest. It has his tags. It has several things that he had, and it hangs in their home, and they keep it lighted all the time. And finally, they did finally decide to get a German Shepherd. It's not going to be a service dog this time, I guess. But they've put a deposit on one, and I think the dog is pregnant right now. They'll get one of those pups. So I'm thinking April, probably they'll be getting this pup. So, but they just have struggled with it so much, they just weren't even sure they were going to get another puppy.
Wow.
So
we are. No more dogs.
Yeah. Well, she lost a service dog on the 28th of December. How many years? It was before she met her husband. I can't remember what year it was. It was before 2019 because I know it was before my husband was sick.
Mm-hmm.
So she's lost 2 service dogs. That's a lot.
And does she need a service dog?
She has seizures from her diabetes, from her sugar dropping, and that's why she got one in the first place.
Okay.
And the dog would know and alert her before she had the seizure. And she didn't have any seizures while she had the dog.
Okay.
Well, she had either dog. But she even had, most of the time those would happen at night. But she had one at work. Was it in between dogs? I think it was in between dogs. She had one at work, and they were down in between, you know how they do rounds. Well, they were in between rounds, and her boss was in there. There was a few of them in there, in their office or whatever. And she said to her boss, my sugar's dropping, and I can't seem to get it to stop dropping. And she hardly finished that sentence, and she went into a seizure. So that's the first time she ever had one when she was awake, which is really scary.
Yeah.
So they wheeled her. She was in one of those wheelie chairs. They wheeled her right to the ER, and they called us. It was when she was working nights. I remember the clock said 3:37 when we got that call, and we drove down there. Now, she knew her husband, but they weren't married And I called him and he already had been called. One of her friends called him and he was already either heading there or there. And of course, we're an hour and a half plus, we threw some things together in the car. But he was there and he called me back to kind of tell me how things were going before we could get there. So yeah, she's had a rough time. And the technology just doesn't seem to be, she drops really super fast.
Oh,
So the technology doesn't keep up with her, but it is getting better. But she's just had a time, with the technology not keeping up with her and getting into these seizures and stuff. So that's why. So we'll see. Maybe she'll train the dog some. I don't know.
right.
He mentioned that yesterday, which she had not said to us. Because a lot of people have asked us, will she get another dog? And I don't know, It was such a grief. They ended up, I think they both saw counselors and, it's like a child. And I can't imagine losing a child. And it's basically like that. So they've been through some stuff together.
Yeah.
Yep. She's lost 2 dogs, and then they lost, in 2019, we lost my dad. And of course, Megan's dad's been very sick starting in mid 2018. And then his cousin committed suicide, and then we lost my mom. So
Oh.
for them, that was a lot, a whole lot. So yeah, they've been through some stuff. And the thing is that cousin, they would go and spend time at their house, and they went back and forth quite a bit with them. So that was really hard for them. He was like 40, maybe. Yeah, mental illness is no joke. It's not just, I'm a little sad. It's much different. And it's kind of hard to understand. My husband's fighting for his life, and this person gave up his life. It's just hard to understand.
Yeah.
Oh, well, what is going on?
Well, I'm gonna have to sign off in a couple minutes. One of my kids is coming over.
Huh. Well, it's good seeing you.
Yes, you
Yeah.
guys as well.
So we'll have a new number next time.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'll put it on the shop page, I guess, again.
we're still calling it Delta Knit Along, aren't we?
The
Probably be able to-
forever Delta
Wow.
knitting. I talked to Nicola the other day. She told her I was starting my 5th one. She's like, "Oh, it makes me so happy that somebody likes one of my designs so much."
Oh,
Like,
gosh.
You're not working on any gnomes, Jean?
No, I've got the knitting done on the Christmas one, but I still have to put it together.
Okay.
So
I love that assortment they had at Four Pearls with the teal and the colors. It was so cute.
it was adorable.
Yeah.
Is Fort Pearls like near where your
It's
mom
near
is?
my, right, very near my mom. Yeah. So if you decide you need anything, let me know. I can pick it up. Oh,
And they have lots of Emma's yarn.
yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not 100%, but I'm pretty sure it's the same family that makes the Emma's yarn and also has the
Yarn
Fort
shop.
Pearls, right?
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
Siblings maybe or
Okay.
something.
Yeah, it seems like it because there was a lot there.
There's Emma's yarns. It's like Simply Spectacular Sock or something, I think.
Well, this one
Right?
right here is super silky.
Okay. But I think there's one that's like Simply Spectacular or something like that.
Yep, I
Yeah.
think so.
I
Sock.
have one that's called Beautifully Basic.
Is that for socks?
Yes,
Okay.
it's fingering weight. But this is what I'd like to make my delta using this one.
Sweet.
Well, Spun has a bunch of Emmas right now, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that.
So I'm hoping it's still there when we go. We're going on the 31st.
Weather permitting.
Yes, weather permitting, for sure.
Oh, I'm gonna sign off. See you all next year.
See you
All
next
right.
year. Happy New
Take
Year,
care.
Jean.
Happy New Year.
Bye-bye.
This sock yarn that I'm knitting on is called Knitterly Things Vesper Sock Yarn. And it's Hail to the Victors. It's a Spun exclusive.
Oh,
So it says it's 80% superwash and 20% nylon, but it says that you have to hand wash and dry flat. And I don't know why you would have to.
They always say that just because they don't want people to get crazy with stuff.
Well, I'm going to tell my daughter just to go ahead and wash it, but it would be best on cold, right?
Yeah, and she should still lay it flat to dry.
She probably won't. She's busy working, right?
Yeah, but it doesn't take anything to lay it out and let it dry.
If she can remember putting it from the washer to the dry, with whatever she's putting it in with.
Yeah.
I'll tell her that, but I don't know if it will happen. I don't really think it will hurt it. It just won't last as long, probably.
Right.
Yeah. She washes things hard because she works in a hospital and she works where people are spitting yuck up and especially since COVID, but even before COVID, she washes everything all the time, right?
Yeah.
That's how his hats got washed. Oops. And that one had mohair in it, so that didn't go well.
mm.
It felted and shrunk.
Yeah.
It's pretty small. If there's any baby in the future, there'll be a little bit where they can wear it, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. They felt bad to even tell me, and I'm like, he's like, do you think you'd make me another one?
And you said,
Yes, I did. I made him another one, and I said, do you want the mohair? Because he said, but I love the mohair. So being from India, he gets cold, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I did. In fact, I had another one made for someone else. And I gave him that one and I made a different hat for the other guy.
oh, there you go.
Because he didn't have one and he wears it all the time and keeps it in his pocket. And that's what happened. He had it in his coat pocket. She washed his coat. And yeah, oops. I don't know if he knew that she was going to wash it or if she just grabbed it and washed it and didn't think about it. It happens.
Yeah.
I wasn't mad. It's just one of those things. I'm flattered that they like the hat that well. But is it necessary to wash this on cold?
Well, for myself, Randy wears a lot of hand knit socks, and I always just save them and just do them on their own. And I just do the hand wash cycle, and I do cold, and then I just lay them all out. Like I put the lid of the wash machine up, and I hang them on that, and I hang them on the shower, and I hang them on the back of the dryer thing, and that's it. That's all.
Yeah.
And I do
It only takes
usually
overnight,
cold
doesn't it?
water.
Right?
What's that?
It only takes overnight, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
And I usually use cold water. Yes.
Yeah, cold water. Well, he doesn't have that many pair. In fact, this is the first pair I've knitted him.
Yeah.
He's had hats from me. And I just knitted her a sweater, but we knitted it out of vintage, Barocco vintage, so she can wash it. And it fits her beautifully. It's a colorwork sweater. She had it on for Christmas and then she got too warm, but it fits her beautifully. And I'm going to make a sweater for the son, and we're going to use ultra wool. He's lost a whole bunch of weight, and he's cold now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think he's pretty much had to replace everything. Maybe not his socks, but he couldn't fit into anything anymore. Terrible problem, right?
Yeah, that's rough.
I'm glad he did that, though. He's so much healthier.
Yeah, for sure.
But here's the funny part. So he was not having back problems, and then he lost his weight, and now he's having a horrible time with his back. And he plays a lot of piano, that and he's conducting, so he's got his arms out front like this, right?
Okay.
So in the center of his back, he's having just a horrible time. So he's been through physical therapy and I don't know what all. And so
Wow.
finally, they did some sort of a shot that would test to see if a nerve block would work. And it's a temporary nerve block sort of thing. And for 8 hours, he said, Mom, for 8 hours, it didn't hurt. And so he was all set to get the nerve block, like the permanent one that would last for some months.
Mhm.
I want to say like it was the Friday before Christmas, like the 18th or whatever it would have been, 14th. I don't know what it was. It must have been 2 Fridays before. And then there was a mix up with the scheduling and he couldn't get it. And he's got to wait till the first of the year, like the 6th or something.
Oh
He was
boy.
so disappointed. He's like, oh, I was just so looking forward to getting that and feeling better.
Oh,
So, it's kind of weird. You'd think you'd have more pain when you had the weight on, but
right, right.
yeah. So I don't know quite what's going on. I know he plays the piano a lot, a lot, a lot. So we were talking about the piano that he has, which was at my house. I gave it to him. I still have another piano anyway. And he said that the piano needs to be higher up, I think or lower. I can't remember what he said. But I suggested some different things, and he said then there wasn't enough room for his legs between the keyboard and the bench. So I'm if he gets to come, we'll see. If he gets to come here, I was going to have him see if this piano here was any better fit because I don't play it. I mean, I can play it, but it hurts my back too. And I just, once in a while, I may sit down to it, but he plays his all the time. And if he wants to switch pianos, I would certainly do that. Because he said, he tried a different chair and he tried a stool and he tried a bunch of different things. And he said he just couldn't get it to be comfortable. He said he could play for about a half an hour and then it's just killing him.
Wow.
So, yeah. Well, I know he said even like to cut up a salad. He said he sometimes takes a break. I'm like, oh man, he's
That
really
sucks.
hurting. Yeah, he's like 30. Let me think how old he is. 36. So he's got a lot of years yet.
Yeah.
But there's back problems in the family. I have a lot of back problems.
Oh, okay.
So yeah. And I know my dad did, and so did my mom. And so yeah, it's in the family. Unfortunately, he got that. Oh, and then my husband's mother just had back surgery and had some things go awry. So it's there too. She had infection and she had a bit of a time. I was worried about her. She's 80. I want to say about 85 probably. And not good when you have back surgery and then you get infection especially when you're 85.
Right. Hey, Mary, what happens if you turn your camera sideways?
I don't know. Let's do it.
Sweet. Do you mind having it that way?
Far better.
No, it's fine. It's better.
That's like for YouTube, that's the better way. I think when you're on
Okay.
there, normally it's just a little skinny bit.
Oh, better, huh?
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, just remind me if I don't have it that way.
Okay. I never thought about it till today.
I never thought about it either. So there we go.
Hey, we can see your sock now too.
Oh, can you?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm sitting in a chair that my mom used to sit. She loved this chair. And it's from my grandmother, whose husband or maybe a cousin or somebody picked it up at the dump. So this thing is old, right? So it's been recovered. I don't know how many times. I know we recovered it. My mom's recovered it once or twice. And so when it came to my house, it was the chair she always sat in.
Oh,
And it's perfect in this window.
nice.
Because I'm like in a bay window. There's 1, 2, 3. There's 5 windows around here, around my head here.
Awesome.
So yeah. This was supposed to be for a grand piano, but I didn't end up getting it. So oh well. We were told we were going to inherit it, and then it went to somebody with a bigger house that didn't play. Isn't that
Okay.
sad?
Yeah.
And then the person that it did go to, they lost their house, and I don't know what happened to the piano.
Oh,
Didn't even stay in the family.
that's sad.
I know it. So I wasn't very happy, but that's all right. Just it's better to just keep things to yourself sometimes.
Yeah.
That's the truth.
That's what this window was for, because I played, both of my kids played, and John, I mean, now that's his living. I mean, he's playing piano with the choir all the time. He accompanies, I don't even know how many kids to solo ensemble. He accompanies a choir at the college there. So he's playing all the time. He's playing so much that he ended up buying, he said, Mom, I was carrying around a briefcase with 600 pages of music because he
Gee.
was doing musicals and he was doing all the stuff with the choir. And he said, it's heavy. So he bought himself one of those, like a notepad sort of thing. And he scans in all his music and he just touches the thing and it changes pages.
Oh,
He
nice.
loves it. Yeah. So all his music's on this one little pad. And to me, it's like, what happens if it fails? But I don't know. He doesn't seem to worry. So he says so much better. Well, he moves classrooms and stuff, and he's in different locations all the time. And it's just, he just loves it. So, but anyway, here we are, musical and playing and everything. And the, this piano that was my grandmother's went to somebody with a bigger house to be used as furniture. Like, seriously, because that's the piano I would have given my son.
And then
It
they
would have been
lost
here.
the house.
Yeah, it would have been in my house until he was ready for it. And then it would have gone to him because he is the one that's playing all the time. Oh, well, whatever. As people were getting rid of pianos, we were collecting them. And at one time we had 3 pianos here.
Oh my gosh.
I know. And so, well, when my husband was young, his grandmother passed and there was organs and he wanted one and his parents told him, no, we don't have enough room. And he always was hurt by that. So, as we were collecting pianos, we had enough for each kid. And so when they were ready, they now each have a piano. And I think there's still some pianos at my mom's house. I'm not sure what's going on with that. If my sister has them or what. There was one of those big, heavy, they weigh like 1,000,000 pounds, takes like 8 men to move them. I know there was one like that. And then there was another one that was small, but it was a player. So I'm not really sure where those all are right now. Because her kids had piano lessons too. But they're not in music as a career. Well, Megan still plays a little bit too, but she's not in music as a career either. I know a while back she asked for her cello. She's got her trumpet. I'm trying to think if you can walk into a room in my house where there isn't an instrument. Probably not. Not too much. The bathroom, there's no instruments in there.
There you go. The kitchen, maybe the kitchen.
Sometimes my saxophone's in the kitchen. It's not right now though. My saxophone is in the next room over.
I still haven't heard you play that foreigner urgent song part with the saxophone.
Oh, I haven't even looked it up.
Oh man, you gotta look it up.
Oh, my Christmas concert got canceled.
I know, you told us. And you
Yeah,
said
the weather was
really
horrendous.
good music that you're hoping you play next year.
Oh, I hope so. I think it was 4 movements from the Nutcracker Suite in a jazz form. And
Yep.
it was so fun, really fun. I'm looking forward to playing with those guys again here whenever it starts. Trying to think. It'll probably start the second week of January or something like that. Yeah, the little girl went back to her husband.
Oh, really?
Yep, she had decided she was going to leave him for sure. She was at mom's. And then the next thing I get is a picture from Chicago. She went to Chicago for Christmas.
There was a woman on the news yesterday or the day before, and she had a shelter. And she said most women that are abused, that they try to leave 7 times. And it's like the magical number, I guess.
Yeah.
And they make it on the 7th try.
I'm trying to think if she's tried to leave more than 7.
Oh, golly.
It's been a lot. They've been married for 2 years and they were together before that. She's young. I want to say, I don't know exactly, but I want to say she's about 22. But she thinks younger than that, you know?
But she grew up with her father being abusive to her mom.
Yes.
So
Yep. It's a cycle. Yep.
she thinks it's normal, even though she complains.
Yes.
Not really complains, but.
And she'll say, you know, am I just over dramatic? And she is some over dramatic. But I said to her, I said, well, you're not happy. Obviously, you're not happy. And this is young in a marriage. If you're not happy now, you know, and then she'll say that she wants to work on it. And so then I'll send her things about working on a marriage. I said, well, it takes 2 people, you know. I'm trying to be supportive to her wishes. But I'll point things out to her now, and I try not to judge, you know, and I just try to be in the background sort of thing. You know?
Mm.
So I don't tell her to leave. I don't tell her to stay, but I'll say, well, you know, if it was me, I wouldn't put up with this or that, you know.
Right.
But
Absolutely.
she doesn't drive. She doesn't have a job. She doesn't have much money. And he's now gotten a job, I think, in some sort of a computer. He was going to school for computer something. So I think he has some money now, probably not a ton, but, you know, he can whisk her off to Chicago, or, you know, they went off to New York. Well, that's a big deal to her. In her eyes, it's like a big, shiny object. He's taking me to Chicago, you know?
Yeah, so.
Yeah, so I know,
Yeah.
but she doesn't see it that way.
Right.
Too young.
Mom lives in a small little trailer in a kind of a rough area, and she's welcome to be there at any time. I think she has a bedroom there, but you know, it's just tough. I think mom cleans houses for a living, so you know she's not making a lot of money.
Well, some of those house cleaners make real good money, and they should.
Well, yeah, I don't know. It doesn't seem like she's making a ton of money. I mean, she has her own car and, she's paying her own bills. She's totally on her own,
Right.
but she's living in a pretty rough area in a small trailer. They do have air conditioning. I saw the air conditioner in their trailer. I've never been inside.
Uh-huh.
And mom goes to all the concerts, and mom will take her places and pick her up. And so, yeah, I don't know. I was going to ask her if she went. Well, she didn't go on the train. I said, you go on the train, that'd be fun. Nope, they didn't go on the train. I was trying to teach her how to use the bus system, which I've never used it, but I was trying to figure out how to, I'm trying to remember how many lines, 7 or 9 different runs in Flint. And I figured out where 2 of them would go out to pretty close to where her mom is. And she could get to different places. It would take a bit of time, because it doesn't go directly. But, so she'd have some independence on a bus, right?
Yeah, but she needs money, and she doesn't have money for that.
Well, I bet her mom would give her some. Yeah, she does need money. She needs a bus thing, like a bus pass or whatever.
Yeah, but you have to have money to purchase one.
Yep.
Got to get a job.
Got to get a job. That's what I think. And one day I said, well, could you work with your mom? And she said, oh, I probably could. And I thought, well, man, I'd do that in a heartbeat, But I think I'm a different mentality. I just think she wants to be taken care of. And I don't know. It's best if every person can take care of themselves. Doesn't mean they have to, but they can.
Yeah.
They can, they can have a job that will make enough to at least have a room or something. And they know how to feed themselves. They know how to, do a checkbook and pay bills or whatever. And,
But, she probably is very depressed and she needs professional help. And
I think so. Yep.
she's not getting that either.
We've talked about that. We've talked about, where to go to get that. I've sent her, like hotlines and different things like that. And one day she said, I need to go to the hospital. And I said, are you okay? Well, it turned out that she had hurt her arm, but I was wondering if she was asking for that, So,
and maybe
yeah.
her husband, found what you sent her and
it's possible.
Who's to say,
Yeah, it's possible. Well, she was telling me at first how he'd grab her phone and whoever she was talking with, he'd either hang up on or he'd start talking to him. And I thought, no. I said, no, my husband doesn't do that to me. If I'm talking to somebody, that's my business. We've been married 41 years,
And she's probably afraid of her husband. So she lets him do whatever.
I don't know. She might be. I'm not sure.
I'm just trying to think why anybody would, put up with it.
Well, and I talked to her a lot about what every human deserves. You deserve to be loved for who you are. You deserve to have your own personal space. Like if you go and I asked her this question, if you go in the bathroom, does he follow you in? She said, no. Well, if you don't want someone in the bathroom, when you're in the bathroom, you shouldn't have someone in the bathroom. So she did say that she can be in the bathroom by herself, but it's like, you're allowed that personal space if you want it. I mean, that's part
to expand on it.
Yeah.
Not just personal in the bathroom. She needs to have it brought into her daily life.
Right. Well, one day she said she was really mad at him because she was somewhere and she didn't really say where she was. I don't know if she was with a friend or what, but she said he just showed up unannounced and expected me to go with him.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, well, if you don't want to go, don't go,
She did, I bet.
I think she did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he probably said something like, well, you need a ride, don't you? And she did need a ride. So, yeah, I don't know.
But how did she get to where she was?
I don't know. She never expands on some of that stuff for me, so I don't know the whole story. But and then she'll tell me how he's a terrible driver. And I know he's been in 2 accidents since I've known her. And it's like, wow, well, I said, then why don't you learn to drive? You should learn to drive. She said, well, he was helping me a little bit, and then his car's so wrecked up that I don't think I could take a driver's test in that car. So I don't know. I wouldn't want to ride in that car if it's that bad.
It seems like for every piece of advice that you give her, she can find a hole in it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. But she, she keeps talking to me, so I just keep being an ear. I try not to judge her or be mad at her if she didn't do what I would do.
Yeah.
Well, my son said, don't give up on her, Mom.
Aw.
Yeah. Well, they had at their school about a year or maybe a year and a half ago, they had a woman who had been married to somebody and they were divorced, and he came and shot her at home and killed her. So
Oh,
one minute she's working at the school and the next minute she's gone.
oh.
So she was like an aide or something like that. But, a lot of people knew her, and, it's a shock. So they brought in some domestic abuse sort of clinics or whatever to both the staff and the students, which I thought was fantastic. And he referred me to some stuff so I could kind of get a better handle. I mean, I'm not real familiar with some of this stuff. I haven't been through it myself, and I haven't really known people personally that have been through it. So, yeah. So she said something about our concert, and I said, well, our concert's been canceled, and she didn't know it yet. For some reason, I knew it sooner than she did. And so then the next time I talked to her, she said, well, I suppose we won't have practice until after Christmas. I said, no, we won't, So hopefully she'll be at practice if they're not in Chicago. I just hope she doesn't move somewhere with him. That would make it extra hard, for her mom to go get her or whatever. Then her mom said, I now have been able to get her mom's phone number. And her mom said that she spent Christmas, her mom did, by herself. And it was lonely. Well, I got 55 rows done.
Nice.
And you
I
get,
gotta have 78's what I need.
yeah.
I think I'll get there.
I was happy to separate for the sleeves.
Yeah, that's pretty quick. When did you start that one?
Sunday, I think it was.
Wow.
I didn't work on it at Christmas at all. I never did a stitch.
What did you guys do for Christmas?
We just kind of hung out and watched TV and ate leftovers and played with the dog.
We got home from Megan's and it didn't feel like Christmas, right? And we got everything in the house and we were taking care of some things. And the next thing I know, he says, well, we got some presents to open. And I said, oh, we do, don't we? I forgot all about it.
Oh,
Oh gosh. And I was so tired. He bought me some knitting books.
oh, nice.
Yeah. He supports my habit, so
That's nice.
yeah. I always buy him tools, so I've been buying him tools since I was about 14.
Oh,
I remember when I bought him a $20 drill, that was a big deal. So I didn't have a lot of money.
right. I remember when I asked for my copper bottom pots and pans for my Christmas gift when I was 15 years old from my parents.
Oh, you were 15 and you wanted pans?
Copper bottom, yep. I still have them.
I bet you do, yeah. Like the Revere ware?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. I have some of those from my mom's house. Those are nice pans.
How many 15-year-old girls do you think they're asking for that for Christmas?
Not
There
too
are-
many. Not too many. Did you get a whole set?
Yeah. It was
Oh,
funny.
wow.
That was like the only thing I wanted for Christmas, and we opened all our Christmas gifts in the morning, and I didn't get it, and I was so bummed. But my
Oh,
mom would always save a present for nighttime, and I wasn't even really thinking about that. But that's when I got them. She put them on my bed, and they were all wrapped up, and I'm like, got my pants.
oh my gosh.
Oh,
So you like to cook when you were young?
yeah. I had just started my Hope Chest, just a little bit before that, I think.
Oh, wow.
I remember I had measuring cups and stuff.
Oh, wow.
I don't think I really didn't do a lot of cooking and baking and stuff then. I just was, anxious to start saving stuff to be on my own.
Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't think that'd be a request from too many 15-year-old girls, that's for sure.
I know, I laugh every time I think of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't think I ever used them until I got out on our own.
Yeah. Yeah, they are nice. I was looking for one more. I have the egg size pan, it's probably 8 inch, and I was looking for about a 10. Because then I have a huge one. It's probably, I don't know what it is, might be 12 or 14.
Uh-huh.
So we found something similar at, not Costco, IKEA. And it's a deeper pan. It's not copper on the bottom, but it's a heavy stainless steel that you can scrub with whatever.
Yeah,
I like that pan a lot too. But you
good.
can't get those Revereware pans anymore.
Dale bought me a set for Christmas. Oh gosh, I don't know how many years ago.
Uh-huh.
And now who uses them?
Dale.
Yes.
Maybe he knew he had a premonition,
I'm
but
sure you
Well,
don't mind if I'm sure you don't mind if he uses them.
not at
no,
all.
they last forever.
They
Those
Yeah.
do.
pans.
I mean, I'm trying to think how many years ago. It was decades. It wasn't just years. It was decades.
Oh yeah, because they haven't made them in a while. I don't think maybe 30 years or something.
Really? Wow.
You can get some on eBay here and there, and sometimes they charge quite a bit for them.
Uh-huh.
I bought a few at flea market kind of places.
Uh-huh.
So I don't think I have a complete set, but I'm close.
That's my double boiler even that I use.
Oh,
Mhm.
wow. Well, we also have a few of the cast iron pans, which are nice.
Yep.
The only thing I have against it, I like cooking in them, but they're heavy.
Right.
You know, like when you go to clean them and stuff, they're heavy.
Uh-huh.
But they sure cook even.
Yeah. They're good for baking too. Pineapple upside down cake.
Well, I haven't done that, but my
Mm.
husband makes his eggs in them all the time. He has a certain one. It's its egg pan. I don't touch it.
Well, I am going to bid you ladies adieu.
I
And
guess it's about that time, eh?
yeah,
And where will we find the Zoom number?
On the shop Facebook page.
Okay, I have to figure out where that is.
That's how you always get it.
Okay,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always on the shop Facebook page.
okay,
But I only put it once and then it's good for, however long.
right.
So it could
Once I get it, I'm going to write it so it comes up every Saturday
Yeah.
in my
Nice.
calendar.
Yeah, good. All right.
well, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
See you
We'll see-
next year.
We'll see you guys
Stay
next
safe
year.
and healthy.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.